Welcome to the deep dive. We got a really interesting source sent in. It's a transcript from a YouTube video. Stop Fighting Yourself, Schopenhauer's Guide to Inner Freedom, from Psyche and Wisdom.
Mm-hmm.
And what jumped out immediately was this idea, this metaphor of an internal war, this battle we seem to constantly fight inside ourselves.
Strong image.
Yeah. So today, we want to sort of unpack that, get to the heart of the video's ideas about this inner conflict and, well, what it suggests about finding freedom from it.
Right, distill the key points and see how they might connect with people's own experiences.
Exactly. So the video kicks off talking about this whisper of unrest.
Yeah, that's the term it uses. And it's not like full-blown despair or obvious sadness.
Oh, it's subtler.
Right, subtle. More like a quiet rebellion, a persistent feeling that something's just off.
That little nagging feeling. And the video makes a point, thinking about your own potential experience here, listener. It frames this not as you being broken, but as a signal.
A signal, like an internal alarm bell, maybe?
Kind of, yeah. Have you ever felt that? That sort of low-level, persistent unease? Not a crisis, but just, something quietly resisting inside.
Oh, definitely. That resonates. And the video then suggests something quite profound, I think, that this conflict isn't just happening to us.
Right. It says we build it.
We build it. It talks about constructing a fortress of doubts, with our own self-criticism, our hesitation.
Like we're the architects of our own prison.
In a way, yeah. Brick by brick, with every negative thought, every self-judgment, it really emphasizes our active role in this internal struggle.
Okay, so this fortress of doubts. The transcript highlights we learn this fighting, this internal battle sort of in silence. We become our own captor.
Mm-hmm. It's a powerful image. The chains aren't external. They're forged by our own thoughts, the ones we just accept without question.
Makes you think how many of those critical inner voices we just take as gospel, doesn't it?
It really does. And then the video asserts that the mind itself is both the stage for this war and the weapon.
The battlefield and the weapon. Okay.
Yeah, this constant inner chatter, the analysis, the judgment, that's what fuels the whole thing.
And it points out how we often react to that, right? By looking for distractions.
Exactly. Trying to escape it by focusing outward. But the video suggests that, well, that doesn't really work in the long run, does it?
It's like slapping a bandage on something that needs stitches. The distractions are temporary.
Right, because the war, as it says, is stitched into the fabric of your thoughts.
So you can't really run from it. You take the battlefield with you.
Precisely. Which leads, inevitably, to this feeling of just being worn out, exhausted.
Yeah, that weariness. The video uses that phrase, living as both prisoner and the guard.
Such a vivid description, constantly policing yourself, punishing yourself, often for things that haven't even happened.
Or for perceived flaws, yeah.
And this leads to another interesting point the video makes. It challenges the idea that this struggle is just a weakness that needs fixing.
How so? What's the alternative perspective it offers you, the listener?
Well, it reframes that inner rebellion. It suggests it's not inherently destructive.
Okay.
Instead, it might be a desperate cry. A cry for maybe a more authentic life, a fuller life.
So the pain isn't just pain, it's a nudge.
Yeah.
A plea, it says, to stop hiding your potential.
Exactly. That's the twist. The discomfort is actually pointing towards something you need or want.
That moment you realize you're the one holding the key.
Yeah. And then there's the irony it points out. The irony of self-judgment.
Go on.
We fight ourselves so hard, partly to avoid judgment from other people, right?
Mm-hmm. Makes sense.
But in doing that, we end up being our own absolute harshest critic. Way worse than anyone else probably would be.
Which can lead to self-sabotage,
yeah.
The video mentions. Putting off dreams.
Deferred dreams, yeah. Which just adds to that feeling of defeat. It's a cycle.
Wanting to seem capable, so you hold back, but the holding back makes you feel incapable. Ugh.
But then the video pivots to this really direct, quite powerful message for you, the listener.
Which is...
You're not broken, you're just too afraid to trust the strength you've always had.
Oh, okay.
And it brings in Schopenhauer, the idea that life is suffering, yes, but it's also a forge.
A forge, like where metal is shaped.
Exactly. Schopenhauer's philosophy acknowledges the hardship, the suffering inherent in just existing.
Yeah, he wasn't exactly Mr. Sunshine.
No. But framing life, or maybe suffering as a forge, changes things. It suggests the pain isn't pointless. It can be transformative.
So it's the process that strengthens you, refines you.
That's the implication. It shifts the perspective from being a victim of suffering to potentially being transformed by it. Struggle as a catalyst, not just a curse.
Okay, I see. And that connects to the idea of the walls we build, right, for self-protection.
Yes. The video argues these walls, meant to keep failure out,
right,
they actually end up trapping you inside with your fears. And it poses that really sharp question for you to consider. What's actually more terrifying? Failing or never even trying?
Oof, yeah. That hits home. Thinking about missed chances because of fear.
And why do we cling to the conflict then? The video explores this paradox, the strange comfort in the familiar ache.
The devil you know is better than the devil you don't.
Something like that. Suffering becomes known territory. It might be awful, but it's familiar. Freedom, change. That's uncertain. Maybe more scary.
But the video offers a counterimage, doesn't it? Freedom isn't a void.
It's a horizon, a space to build the life you actually want once you stop the internal fight.
And a big part of moving towards that horizon is changing how you deal with emotions.
Yes, challenging the view of emotions as enemies to be fought or suppressed.
Which is a pretty common view, I think.
Very common. Instead, the video suggests listening to them, seeing them as guides, maybe. Not always pleasant guides, but guides nonetheless.
So overcoming the inner conflict isn't about achieving perfect silence in your head.
Probably impossible anyway.
Right. It's more about learning to move forward despite the doubts, despite the fear.
Exactly. Not letting them paralyze, which leads to this really empowering shift. The idea that you're not the victim.
You're not the victim of your story. You're its author.
Yes. What does that mean in this context for you wrestling with this? It means agency.
Taking back control.
It means you're not just passively reacting, you're actively shaping things. Every moment you stay stuck in that fight, the video implies, is like writing a chapter of surrender.
But you can choose to write a different chapter.
A chapter of rebellion. But rebellion in a positive sense against your own self-imposed limit. A rebellion towards reclaiming yourself.
And this reclaiming, this rebellion, it's not about becoming someone totally new.
No, the video is clear on that. It's about remembering who you've always underneath the fear, the self-doubt.
Finding that spark again.
Rediscovering it. It's always been there, it suggests. The core message feels like you don't need fixing, you just need to stop the self-punishment.
Stop beating yourself up.
Exactly. And this ties back again to Schopenhauer acknowledging universal pain, but the video stresses potential is just as universal.
So the struggle itself.
It's the raw material, the stuff you can use for your transformation. We get so caught up fighting ourselves, the video says, we forget what we're fighting for.
Our dreams, our peace, our purpose.
Whatever it is for you.
And, the time factor. The clock is ticking.
Yeah, the video brings that up. Time is the one enemy you can't outrun. And every moment lost to this inner war is time stolen from the life you could be living.
That's a sobering thought, but maybe motivating too.
Hopefully motivating. And it also offers that bit of comfort.
Yeah.
You're not alone in this. This is a very human struggle.
So it all leads to this final image, a crossroads.
A crossroads for you, yes. One path is continuing the same internal war, the familiar struggle.
And the other
leads towards freedom. Might seem distant, maybe unclear, but it's attainable.
And the choice isn't just one big decision.
No, the video emphasizes it's continuous. It's made in your actions every single moment you refuse to give in to that self-defeating conflict.
Refuse to surrender.
Right. And ultimately, the fact that you've endured this battle, that proves you have strength.
You've already survived the war zone inside.
Exactly. So now the video suggests it's time to move beyond, just time to actually start living, channel that energy, that rebellious spark into creating the life.
So we end where the transcript ends with that direct question for you, the listener. What are you truly fighting for?
And when will you finally lay down your weapons to claim your life?
It really is a powerful question to sit with. We definitely encourage you to reflect on these ideas, see how they land for you, how they might apply.
Yeah, this deep dive is just scratching the surface, really.
Absolutely. Check out the full video if this resonated. Stop Fighting Yourself, Schopenhauer's Guide to Inner Freedom on the Psyche and Wisdom channel. It goes much deeper. Ultimately, this journey towards inner peace, towards self-discovery, it's ongoing, isn't it?
Always.
Hopefully this conversation has given you maybe a new angle, a fresh perspective to consider as you navigate your own path.